Hello there, this is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Gemini. Hello, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, as well as a cross watcher of the Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, fellow Geminis, although really my Aquarian sun sign and my Capricorn moon, honey, really just overshadow everything. Sometimes I feel like a Gemini and sometimes I don't. Very rarely do I feel real Gemini-ish. Fucker. Here we go. You have Greco-Roman, Greek god, Greek goddess, godly-like. Some of you might really be really connected or interested in or drawn to Greek gods, you know, stories of that such. Zeus, fucking, you know, Medusa, you just love some shit like that, right? There's something here about that. Sorry, hold on. Okay, text messages. Greek god. I keep hearing it every time I tune in. Greek god. A past life in one of those types of situations, you know, time periods might be really relevant for some of you because this is the past life oracle. And there you have spouse on the bottom of the deck. Authority figure like a fucking god. And I can't even talk. It's like Mercury's in retro. Persecution and inquisition. Feeling attacked. Some of you are kind of like sensitive about that because in the past, and in many past lives, you may have been persecuted by authority figures. Maybe some of you were on the receiving end where you were the authoritative person and you had to sort of do things you didn't want to do. You also have here farm. Simple life. Every time I see the farm card and it comes out in the past life deck, it's something about a simple life. Peace. I saw sunflowers in my head as well too. Yeah, I mean the high priestess, of course. I want you to look at this card. She looks like she could be a high priestess, right? Persecution and inquisition. And here's the high priestess. Some of you feel really connected to that energy of the high priestess or the high priest. Whether this is because you're really into witchy things, as we may say, witchy kind of stuff. You vibe with the esoterics, with the divinatory tools such as tarot, crystals, candles, and such. The high priestess is also known as keeper of secrets. Some of you have been carrying a secret for lifetimes. And what that secret is, only you know, because they're not even showing that to me. It's irrelevant for me to know, for someone to know. It's your secret. Whatever this is, something that you know that you have not shared for lifetimes. She's also very cool, calm, and collected. Knight of Cups. Why is that card in reverse? A secret admirer might reveal itself. That could also be you guys too. Well, some of the cards are fucked up. I don't do reversals unless they come out like that. But that does feel very relevant. A secret admirer has been keeping a secret. And again, keeper of secrets. Are you the one that's been keeping a secret too? Are you the one that has not revealed your feelings? Have you been keeping feelings to yourself ever since? It could also be a younger water sign. But I mean, talking of her being keeper of secrets and then the secret admirer card comes out. Someone has a secret. Whoever has that secret is going to go where it goes, but someone has a secret. Someone has kept something to themselves. You have the Hermit, and the Hermit is all about secrets, right? Because it's with self. It's not acknowledging it. It's not letting it be known. It's keeping it to self. Hermit is all about self-realization, self-journey, spiritual awakening, on a quest, on a search for truth, but it's all within. Someone here has kept something to themselves. Maybe it was because of fear of persecution, because you fell in love with a commoner, or something of the sort. I mean, the Five of Pentacles is that feeling of feeling left out in the cold, abandonment, being alone a lot. Whether that's because in past lives you couldn't get married, you were vowed elsewhere. And here we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is open and receptive, but she's very intuitive, right? She's very tuned into emotions. But she's also very receptive to them. And that doesn't feel like what this energy is. It feels like quite the opposite, that actually someone was not open and receptive to feelings, therefore they kept it to themselves. Again, whoever's foot that shoe needs to be on is it's where it's gonna fucking go. So I just wanna make sure. I must have mistakenly got them a little bit shuffled up here, but isn't that relevant? Feels relevant. Little shuffled up, the feathers ruffled. The World and Temperance. Temperance is Sagittarius, but it's peace, it's balance, it's alchemy. But it is two extremes coming together. Fire and ice. Yin and yang. I mean, Gemini, you are the twins of the zodiac. And here we have the World, which can symbolize the ending of something really huge. Some of you may have had huge endings. It's also about, something being a wrap. It's done, it's over, but it also can be about congratulations. You did it. Congratulations. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I feel like some didn't. Some were like bulls attracted to the red. You also have your forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past. You experience more love in your present moment. And I think for some of you, the more love you're experiencing is that you're not attracted to the fucking red flags. Sometimes we are attracted to things that are not great for us because it's this underlying self-sabotage energy, right? That sometimes we're not even aware of it. Sometimes it's so subconscious you fucking have no clue. And sometimes you do. Why am I attracted to the ones that aren't good for me? Because it's not going to work out. So there's no real risk in that, really, right? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Some of you may have been addicted to things. You or this other person. You might be the kind of person that you get addicted to things really easily. And I mean just anything. Food, books, reading. You become addicted in a partner. This is you or the other person, okay? The Lovers, that's you, Gemini. The Lovers is also a decision in love, but it is physical attraction. Two people getting together, right? Magnetic. I mean, if you look at it, it looks like statues, kind of giving off the Greco-Roman vibe. Bottom of the deck is the privileged lady. So the privileged lady is someone of affluence, someone who is living the finer, living luxuriously. She has the finer things in life. Maybe for some of you, it's that energy, right, of in the past, giving that up, being really rich and falling in love with a commoner, or being noble, falling in love with a commoner. That was a no-no back in those days. I mean, it just wasn't allowed. Fast forward to this life. Some of you, it's this life. You are really stable in possibly career, but love is not the case. There's always been some sort of instability there, or a running from it. Real true love. Running from it, then running towards the red flags. Take action. There's some sort of decision here that needs to be made, and the decision is something that a person has been prolonging. They've sat on it because they didn't want to deal with it. Ask your angels Ask for assistance, ask them for protection, ask them for help. Abundance, and you have yes, exclamation mark. Yes, abundance is coming, but sometimes you need to ask for help and assistance, and that's something that a lot of us won't do. I don't give a fuck if I'm struggling. I will not ask a person for anything. And I was just talking about this today on my live on Instagram. If you follow me there, you heard the whole spiel, right? XI_Missy_XI, that a lot of us, it is a trauma. We have to heal that part of us that won't ask people for help. We're overly independent. We avoid connection because we just don't want to be let down, or we don't want to get hurt, or just whatever we've been through, we just don't want to connect. Some of you have ran from real true love. Some of you are the type of person that no matter how much you're drowning, you won't ask for help. And what I feel really strongly is for those that have done the work and is continuing to do the healing, and our vibration is ascending higher, your partner will come in and they will be someone that won't even ask for you to help them. They will just do. They'll see you're struggling. They're just going to come in and help you. They're not going to say, hey, do you need help? Because you're probably going to say, no, go fuck yourself. They're the kind of partner, like if you're at home and there's dishes in the sink and they know you're overwhelmed or you're tired, they're just going to do it. They're not going to say in 2 weeks when you're still stewing over it that how dare they didn't fucking help. There will be no conversation in 2 weeks of, well, you could have just helped. They will. Help is on the way. You have the card Kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and it says falling in love. The thing that I believe the High Priestess tried to do, the Privileged Lady tried to do, but it didn't work out. And it feels like you fast forward to this life, it works out because the situation is different. You're different. It's a different lifetime. You have the Phoenix, new phase, transformation, growth, renew. I mean, the Phoenix rises from its ashes, but in order for it to do that, it's got to crash and burn. There must be a spiritual death. And for some of you, there has been a spiritual death recently. And in fact, that's how your Queen of Cups was born. For those of you that pre-ordered my Goddess of Love candle, right, it is really about that. Like the goddess is born. But the divine goddess, right, the divine feminine, she's not born. She is awakened. But what we're doing is we're rekindling, right? We're birthing really like our new version of ourself. But if you've seen it, I want to say pre-orders might still be available on my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com. But it's a small 2-ounce candle, but I'm going to give it to you. It's going to be in a scallop shell. It's really gorgeous. Because Goddess Venus, right, Aphrodite, if you will, was born in the sea foam, and she was presented in the scallop shell. But that very famous painting with the goddess, right? She's in the clamshell, the scallop shell, born from the shell. So yeah, this is about birth of the goddess, and in turn, now meaning you're open and receptive to love, real true love. So this is birth of a new you, and then an awakening of the divine goddess within. Divine is light. Divine is higher ascended, isn't it? Godly, like heavenly, that kind of ethereal kind of a vibe. You can't be a low vibe bitch and be divine, right? It just doesn't work like that. This is beautiful energy, you guys. All right, so we're going to head into your extended should you wish to rent it. Click that upside down triangle over here below. I don't know why YouTube has it hidden there, but that's where it is. If you click that, all of my links will come up. First one will be to my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com. You can rent this extended in the Zodiac Intimate section of my website because these are bonus readings. Also, if you love erotic tarot readings and the dirty deck, which is what I will be using in your extended, you may follow me on Patreon. And on Patreon, I just do a shitload of them there. Also, please, this is a reminder, I have not gotten through all of the reading requests yet. If you paid for one and you haven't heard from me yet, I didn't forget about you. I just haven't gotten to you yet. Same goes for all products you may have pre-ordered. You would know if your product has been shipped because you would receive an email with a tracking number. Not all products have been shipped. X marks the spot. And my candles are not set to go out till the ending of this month. The Lilith bracelets, anything else like my magic moon waters and such, those will all be sent out at some point throughout the month, okay? But they're going out in batches and waves. And I truly believe in divine timing, you guys, okay? So anyways, I want to thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Thank you for all of your donations that you guys send to my PayPal. It really means a lot, and it's so helpful to keep, this channel going. So I will see you, fellow Geminis, even though I'm a Gemini rising, in the extended love you.